Now, World Water Day on the 22nd of March every year is about focusing attention on the importance of water. This year's theme, Leaving No One Behind, adapts the central premise of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development that as sustainable development progresses, everyone must benefit. Well, 1 year on, what has changed? There are 7 island communities involved, and I've been joined in the studio by the medical superintendent of the Adan East District Hospital, Dr. Philip Na. Also with us is Harrison Mate with Easy Water. Gentlemen, so nice of you to join us. So it's been a year since the story broke. Tell us about the situation today. Has anything changed?
Yeah, so I'll say good morning to you once again. Last year when the story was done, we only had 5 sites in the island communities, and the island communities are surrounded by the Volta River, where all these communities have access to water, which is the fresh water from the Volta River, but then it's not wholesome and clean for drinking. Currently we have 9 sites. We also have 4 underway, which should be completed by the ending of April 2019. So we'd say we've made some progress. The reason for doing that is to make sure that children, especially under age 5, are free from diarrhea diseases and from kidney diseases. And these are all related to water. And I would say with the health aspect, I'll pass on to Dr. Na to deal with that.
Yeah, in fact, I was going to ask you, there were lots of reports of diarrhea back then as a result of this water problem. Has that improved?
Yes, thank you very much. Actually, it has improved. What we are doing now is still collecting data. Actually, before we had these machines, we were having a lot of these diarrhea diseases. So now that they have the machine that purifies the water that they are drinking, we are also gathering data. Although we haven't completed the research fully, but with the few data that we've collected, we've seen that the incidence of diarrhea cases are going down, and it is helping. So like Harrison said, now that we are having more machines, the number of people who are now drinking from the treated water has increased, and it's helping them. So the health impact on the people there, it is positive. It's
wonderful. I'm sure it's also had an impact on how you deliver healthcare in the communities.
Yes, definitely. You know, those that when they can, we used to have a lot of these cases. They do come to the facilities. We need to buy drugs and other things. But now, like I say, as the incidence is going down, our workload, I must say, is going down. And the most important thing is that the health of the people, especially the children. You know, one thing that initially we didn't recognize, that Adan, where those islands are the lower Volta basin, and it is heavily polluted. So with now this research and education and having this machine to purify the water, we have seen mass improvement.
That's a relief. Let's look to the future. What's the plan? How are we going to extend potable water to these island communities?
All right. So for this year, we plan to do 22 more communities in the island communities. We've also made some partnerships with other organizations who are also into water. So in the Ashanti region, we plan to do 15 more communities. 5 is underway. We are hoping that the devices will arrive soon. In the OT region, which is a new and Dambai area, we have also identified 2 communities because also along the Volta Lake, we'll be sending 2 devices next year. Also in Afram Plains, also surrounded by water, we are sending 2 devices there. We also identified another organization there that we'll be working with. So for progress, in all this year, we hope to do about 60 communities, provided things go well, because we are still raising funds, and once fundraising goes well, it means that we can move in to support all these communities.
Now, I'm assuming government is fully aware of this situation and has been for a long, long time. As private efforts are being made, what's the long-term plan? Has government said, oh, we intend to have water there by 2030 or 2040? Or any such plan?
Yeah, but thank you very much. In fact, we are collaborating with the District Assembly to support this NGO to get more of the equipments and install them. You know, I must say that what they are doing, it is not secret. And we took them through all the processes that are needed. For instance, the equipment that they brought, it has to go through the standard, Ghana Standard Authority. Yeah. The water that is purified, Ghana Water and Research Institute has to test it and all those things. So it's something that the government is aware. We have also been given license to take the data and also allow people to drink from that machine. So the district assembly is helping a lot. But just that, you know, at the government side, at times they wish to do more, but maybe the funds are not there. So I cannot tell you maybe in the next 5 years. We hope to expand, but we rather call on other NGOs, other benevolent societies that could help us get the water. Pediatrocopic islands, as we speak now, they don't have electricity. And crossing and coming, it's a bit easy. Those people there are a bit marginalized. So it is a bit difficult to get. So we call on other people to help Easy Water to expand.
But as far as you're aware, there isn't a specific
yes,
plan.
I cannot.
Dates.
So we've been in touch with the Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources. We actually, it was surprising to us, on the 2nd of January this year, we were invited to a Deputy Minister's office. We had a meeting with him. They have assigned us to go to some communities. So that the reason why we are going to Damba is because the Deputy Minister has identified some communities in the OT region where we'll be taking 200 devices to. From there, they've also mentioned that they'll bring in some state institutions to also come and take another look at the device and see how we could scale that up. So from here, I'll be going over to the ministry. We are giving them an invitation for our World Water Day celebration because we've outlined some activities that we want to do. I want them to be involved and they see how the progress, what progress we're making, that we can all forge forward for the years ahead.
Wonderful. Now, I can imagine that the work that you've been doing has also impacted on other areas, not just health, education, for example, enrollment. Have you seen any improvements there?
Yeah, there's been a lot of improvement, especially for the children on the island communities. Initially, when it's break time, they have to go to the river bank to go and fetch water. But for especially pediatrocope, the device is now about 2 minutes walk from the school. We are also making efforts to provide them with Veronica buckets that they can fetch the clean water, put them in, and then right in the school they can just open their taps and then get access to clean water. We have also embarking on wash campaigns, teaching them how to wash your hands, the number of times you wash your hands in a day to make sure that even though the water is clean, you don't end up polluting it yourself. So these are all campaigns that we put in, and we are using community radio in a way to reach out to a larger number of people so that these messages could go out to the children especially. We are focusing on the schools because they are more of the agents of change. They will go into the communities and then talk to their parents, their mothers, and they will also buy. I would also say that, especially in the Adan area, the women have been supportive. There have been instances where they come and say, okay, what can we contribute to get this project sustainable? What can we do in our own interest to make sure that this water project we have is there for our kids and for generations?
Now, I believe Easy Water got some funds from the Ghana Standards Authority and, of course, from Noguchi for this mechanized water treatment system. Tell us, what did they say?
So we haven't gotten any fund from Ghana yet. We are now making arrangements to do some fundraising activities here.
Funds, as in commendations.
Commendations. All right. Okay. So yeah, they begin approval. For the first time, the water was sent to Ghana Standards Authority. They didn't believe that the water came from our device. So they sent someone into the community to collect the water themselves to test it. So we've been given that approval to make sure that we follow due process and the device has been approved for it to be used.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yes, so actually that is the area that health is concerned. You know, we cannot just allow any equipment to come and allow people to use it. So like I said from the beginning, Ghana Standard Authority tested the machine. They tested the water that it produces. The Noguchi Memorial Institute also did the same thing. Water Research also did the same thing. And in fact, from Ghana Standard Authority, the recommendation, what they said was that the water that is purified through that machine meets the Ghana standard for water. Wow. So yes, and they have a few parameters that they show, and it is wonderful. We couldn't believe, even physically seeing the difference from what the intake and the outlet, what the source of water, the color, then the color of the water that comes out. You can clearly see the difference. Yes, it is wonderful. Wow. And really it is helping, we must say.
No doubt, no doubt. We have a lot of hope for the future for these island communities, thanks to the work of people like you, Harrison, and of course, Dr. Now. Thank you both very much for your time.